The divorce statistics in South Africa is currently at around about 50%. Am I right?
Yeah.
And how does the picture look on the other side, the remaining 50%? How many of those individuals are actually happily married? So the odds are definitely against us when it comes to that. So my question to you is, and I think we can start this now from ground zero, why are we still doing this? What are we getting wrong? What are we doing wrong? What are we missing?
That's a good question. It's not just the question about the high divorce rate, but even people that are in relationship or in marriage. Statistically, if one define a good relationship or a healthy relationship as intimate and you grow because you are in relationship, you like each other most of the time. There's joy, but especially growth. You discover life because you are together. Instead of compromising, dying, surviving, holding out,
sticking it out,
just coping with each other. If one define a good relationship like that, it seems that only 2% of relationships experience that.
What?
That 50% get divorced and 48% just cope. They just sleep, they drink more, they get involved in affairs, they work harder, they play with the dog, they pay attention to the children instead of each other. So only 2% of couples really experience relationship as a vibrant, meaningful connection together. So if one look at that, and yes, even if you are part of the 2%, relationship is a complex thing. What is complex about a relationship is that we want to live a lifelong with one other person.
Yes.
There's less than 1% of animals that live with monogamy, with one other partner. We choose that. We want to live with one other person. And we want to do it intimately. We don't just want to come back home and continue with life. When I come back home, I want my wife Anita to be excited to see me. I want whatever she's busy doing to stop and greet me and look glad to see me.
Yes.
Or when Anita is sad, she wants me to notice that and do something about it. At least just hug her or ask her what's happening.
Yeah.
So we want to live intimately, monogamously, lifelong. That is complex. And if 50% of couples give up on marriage itself, 48% give up on intimacy.
Wow.
Why on earth are we doing this? It seems there's something going on that's bigger than our pain, that's bigger than our fears, that's bigger than our failures. And that is life itself. The way God have created life in nature, in us, in our bodies, but also in relationships, is that there's a deep longing for life and the expression of life. We can't get out of that. Maybe we get depressed, or maybe we just think, let me just work, or let me drink too much, or whatever we try to do to avoid our pain. But life will be bigger than us. It will call you back, say, come back, come back, come back. And it seems that the context for life, aliveness, not coping, but aliveness, is relationship or connection. You don't need anyone to survive. Like, for example, you don't need anyone to be rigid. You can do that on your own. You don't need anyone to be shy. You can do that on your own. You don't need anyone to be quiet. All the things that we do to survive, you can do that on your own. But if you want to express aliveness, like belonging, feeling special, feeling supported, being creative, that is not something you do in isolation. That is something you do in connection. There's a deep longing in all of us to feel alive, but there's also something in us that just know if we really want to feel alive, we need to restore connection. Connection is something that's happening in a relationship. Our deep longing for life with connection, that we keep on doing relationship. Even if you can get out, it's sad and funny and interesting that people that get out, it took them on average 3 years to get back in the relationship again. We can't help ourselves. The force of life will pull us back in relationship.
Wow.
And that's probably why we are doing this interesting thing to feel alive.